What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. This week, I'm changing gears real quick, back to my adventure block for the summer. And today, I'm looking at Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, aka the third Mummy movie in the Mummy trilogy, the first Universal Mummy reboot. I'm not talking about the 2017 reboot, but anyway, that's a story for another day. This one's been on my short list for some time. Really want to talk about it. Sure, okay, it's part of the Mummy series, but sure enough people say that this is probably a good one, but also at the same time, possibly the most uneven entry in the franchise of this unexpected trilogy, because for one reason, and I'm going to address those issues momentarily. For one, it's no longer set in Egypt; it's now set in China, hence the title Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. But I will admit there's a big storyline in this, and that is seeing Jet Li kick so much ass and seeing Jet Li once again playing a villain. Yeah, for the first time since maybe the early 90s when we saw him play Wing Sung Koo in Lethal Weapon 4, he's playing a bad guy. In this case, he's the Dragon Emperor, who eventually becomes the quote unquote mummy, the creature that they're trying to kill in this movie. So yeah, that sounds glamorous, but what about? So are we gonna see the O'Connell family again? Sure, we do. So we get to see Brendan Fraser back. I'm glad to see him back because I feel like his career was kind of ruined right after this. But who cares? But anyway, but now comes a cool thing is that Alex O'Connell is all grown up, and they got a nice actor to play grown up Alex in Luke Ford. I thought we're not. At first glance, when I first saw his name, I was like, oh, he's got to relate to Harrison Ford. Nope, he is in no relation to Harrison Ford. Just because he has a similar last name does not mean he's related to him. So, yeah, it's a bit of a letdown. But the other big elephant in the room was, no Rachel Weisz coming back as Evelyn O'Connell. Instead, we get Maria Bello. And she's not even British, which really pisses me off. I mean, you could have recasted anybody in the role of Evelyn, but Maria Bello and her accent was terrible. And in other words, and also hers was just bland. You had nothing to contribute. I think that's the problem with this. It's like no one had most of these characters had very little to contribute to the plot. The only thing that, like I said, the redeeming quality here is just Jet Li. The fact that he is kind of the glue that brings everything up. Gives a good performance. He's a good villain. I really wish there was more action sequences, but of course, it was kind of more slow but drawn out. The last act really gets fun, but then there's moments of stupidity, but also some brilliance. The Yetis, I thought was what the fuck? It made me laughing, but at the same time, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, it was a lot of questionable things that could go wrong. It did go wrong, but yeah, I don't know what else to say about the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Like I do find some enjoyment in this, but to me, this kind of fell flat in almost every sense of the way. If it was going to try to finish this trilogy, this unexpected trilogy, it ended on a very sour note. And I really wish it could have been a hell of a lot better. I really tried to like some of the other characters in this movie. I was happy to see Brendan Fraser. I'm going to admit this right now, but everything else I think just really needed some work. Okay, as much as I want to come back to it, I can constantly keep coming back to it just to say, to me, it's another adventure movie. It's not a horror movie. It's another adventure movie set in the Mummy universe. But to me, I feel like it's just more of a cash grab kind of thing. But hey, even if it was just to get some fun and laughs out of it, I think it kind of worked. But like I said, there's a lot that needed to be desired. And the fact that we wanted to see a reboot gave us some hope, but then that fell flat. And then, of course, with the promised Dark Universe. And if you want me to talk more about that, that's a movie for another time, or a movie technically I already did. Go find my first cinema discussion video if you want me to talk about that. But yeah, overall, let's see. Tomb of the Dragon Emperor is pretty much a lackluster conclusion to the Universal remake of The Mummy. But there are, like I said, there's some moments that I do like a lot. There was this should just, as one reviewer said, this should just stay in the tomb. But I think, give it time, maybe it'll become a classic. All right. So with that in mind, I'm going to give Tomb of the Dragon Emperor a 4.5 out of 5. That's as best I'm gonna give it. Okay, I was gonna rate it lower, but of course, to me, the Jet Li factor, I think kind of amped it up a little bit. But even though even though like he spoke very little and like there was a lot of exposition, at least that kind of brought depth to his character. But everything else was just kind of bland and all that. All right. But anyway, that's it for tonight. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome, exciting videos.